What's going on, world? Welcome back to your channel. My name is Michael. For those of you that are new, we're going to be speaking on the Leos. For this video, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. We're going to be doing a deck of 12, and let's begin. Spirit, what do we have for the Leos? We have extension of the heart, symbolize understanding, agreement, trust, and partnership. So when it comes down to you and your partner, or if you guys are in a relationship, this could resonate with for you guys that are in a relationship at the moment, that it comes down to understanding. You guys have to have trust in each other. That also means through difficult situations, whether some party is, working out, or, things are working out for that party, or things are working out for you. You guys got to have trust within each other that you guys can be able to manage whatever you guys are going through, whatever endeavorment. So having trust in each other. All right, what else? We have the earth has weight. This signifies the symbol of providence and the divinity of Mother Earth. It represents the importance of the earth in sustaining life, right? So understanding to sustain life, and this could be even a general topic when it comes down to focusing your time. When it comes focus on your time that helps you guys sustain what you have, because it's one thing to have something and not be able to maintain it. You know what I mean? So ensure that you guys are sustaining life. Your nutrition, your engagement with one another, if you guys are in a relationship, even by yourself, make sure you guys are focused on self-care, all of that good stuff. So having sustaining life, sustaining what you have. That's one thing I try to do. That's why my videos are spread out and stuff, because I be trying to have a lifestyle, a certain lifestyle. I don't really want to just create content and kind of fall off on my end. You know what I mean? But that's just my personal advice for you guys. We have times change. No condition is permanent, whether it be good or bad. So the fortune should not boost, and the less fortune should not give up, right? There's something I always have to remind myself as well, because sometimes situations happen in my life where, I feel like things sometimes I get into in my head and feel like things should be always here, but we got to remind ourselves that throughout thick and thin, things are going to happen, things are going to change, things are going to switch up. But sometimes it's for the best. Sometimes we might not know it at the moment, but even through our worst situation, they make us stronger. So that's just a reminder for you guys as well. What else we got for the Leos? We have war horn, a symbol of vigilance and wariness. The akabian is a horn used to sound a battle cry, right? So you guys could be feeling like you guys are in battle at this moment, right? You guys could be getting signals. Even if this means, tighten up those bootlaces, meaning just prepare for a war, prepare for battle, prep for it, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So if you guys got to do some planning and stuff like that, maybe this could even just be a message to, stock up on your cans and all of that, your waters and stuff, just in case something does happen, It's kind of like if you look at the military, they always have there's rifles and all of that stuff just in case they have to go to war. Sometimes they probably don't for years, but sometimes they do, But you could use that to your own personal situation and just stock up on food and all that, just in case the situation does happen where you kind of got to go to war, as far as buying goods and stuff like that, right? Okay, we have go back and get it. It is expressed as a mythic bird that flies forward while looking backward with an egg, symbolizing the future in its mouth. So you guys could be looking back on your past to maybe even move forward towards your future. That could be like motivation. Okay, say you guys went through something crazy in your past and you overcame it. You could be looking, now that's just how I'm interpreting right now, right? I could be saying something different years to come now, but that's just at the moment. I feel like at the moment, I'm thinking you guys are in a situation right now where you're looking back on your past and saying, look how far I came, type of thing. And then moving forward, you're kind of using that as motivation. Like using your past as a motivate for your future. If this makes sense to you guys. This is what the card looks like there. Okay. We have I'll marry you, a symbol of commitment and perseverance. Now this doesn't have to be literal, but it just could be on some commitment type of thing. Hey, you could be committed to the things that you guys are, involved with, or a certain person that you guys are willing to be committed to, things like that. Commitment, but it's like commitment, because typically people say, oh, I marry the money, or I marry the career, whatever. People say a lot of stuff, but the concept of when people say, "Oh, I'm married to the money," all of that stuff is basically just saying they're committed to whatever they like to do, whether it's get money, whether it's go play basketball, play football, cooking. So that's why this channel is specifically for people, or I want you guys to expand your mind. So I try to encourage that, and of course I watch other videos as well to kind of feed off of them, so I can be able to bring to the channel. But that's not really related to the reading. I'm just letting you guys know it's important to think differently or think bigger than just what's in front of you. We have conjoined crocodiles. So conjoined crocodiles share a single stomach and you have fight over food. I'm assuming this is like greed, right? I feel like that. Every time I read it, I always think of something like that. But this could also be a situation where if you guys are like roommates or whatever, and you guys, or the energy is kind of acting weird or whatever, then maybe it's time to split up. My point is, life, you shouldn't be fighting over anything for real, especially if you guys are like living amongst each other, whether it's relationships, friends, all of that. If the energy is showing that, then you might need to, get up out of there, or you probably do need to get up out of there, because it's not going to end too good. You know what I'm saying? I done seen a crocodile. I'm not no crocodile expert, but I done seen an alligator or a crocodile, whatever. Same thing to me. I done seen an alligator like bite off, like, you know what I'm saying, the arm of another one. So like I said, like, you hungry, you gotta eat, right? So, but I kind of always get a feeling of like greed from that card. Like this card specifically, I always get like a greed feeling, because it's like we're sharing, but we're fighting over it. How are we supposed to share, but you want more than your share? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, maybe I'll have more information as time goes on about that card. I always review the cards and try to read the books and stuff like that too as well. But that's just still how I feel about it. But you guys can take it differently. That's why I like to read it off to you guys. We have sack of kola nuts. A symbol of affluence, power, and abundance, the kola nut played a significant role in the economy of Ghana in the past and still contributes today. So this could be something that you guys be contributing, right? There's a bunch of different resources. This doesn't have to be kola nut specifically. It just represents abundance. Abundance is in different forms. It's kind of like when they take, like, okay, let's say a coconut, right? They take a coconut and they take the meat of it, like the white stuff, and they distribute it in the cans. They take the juice, they distribute it. So there's many different ways. And one thing about abundance is different ways to look at abundance. Like people, if let's say you're unemployed or whatever, you don't have something to do at the moment, and you find that, okay, you ain't got no money, but you got freedom. People that work and that get paid, they want freedom. You have freedom. You want money. They want freedom. You know what I'm saying? So abundance is in different forms. It all depends on how you look at it. We have change your attitude. See? We have signifying personal reflection and transformation. It is a composition of two anarchist symbols, the inner star, which represents a new day, and an outer wheel, which implies moving forward. Right? So when you wake up in the morning, just think of that. Just thinking, look, this is a new day. I'm going to move forward with my life. Again, like I said, I don't know you guys certain situations. I didn't say this, but I don't know you guys certain situations. But I kind of feel like, if you're doing something right now because, you're trying to, evolve or get better, like if you guys are still staying with your people and you're trying to move out, then these steps you gotta take. You gotta get you some sort of income. You guys know, try to find out the practical steps you need to take and then go from there. But every day is a new day, regardless of your situation, your environment. You gotta understand is every day is a new day. Is a new day, and it's a new day to potentially make something of yourselves, right? So you just gotta keep that in mind, or possibly get out of a situation if you guys really want. We have I've kept what I've heard. Signifies the act of hearing, understanding, and taking into consideration what someone has said. You guys don't have to actually take what I say, literal, whatever the case is. I'm just here to encourage you guys to think differently, or think bigger, or think more positive thoughts, even through negative situations. Because there's only two things that can happen. Either you're gonna not be your best selves and then fall victim to the situation, or you're gonna try your best to. You don't have to run marathons or be Einstein and nothing like that to make it out. You just gotta be consistent, and we all need a good push. So that's pretty much what this is about. But for me, that card just represents if someone's talking, or you heard something, you see something on television, whatever the case is, try to find some time to just, some time away from social media, some time that you can just think about things and let your mind wander. Because a lot of times your mind will pick up on a lot of information. I like to train and run without any music or any type of anything, because it lets my mind wander. Now, it doesn't mean that you guys have to do that. It's just, for me, I find that I reflect on a lot of things that I've done in my day, and it kind of, or what I done yesterday, because I trained in the morning. So it kind of gives me some ideas and things like that. So you guys can be going through that as well. You guys can be listening to certain videos and then picking up on messages and being able to use that in practical situations. We have puffed up arrogance, humility. All life must be valued. So just valuing all life. You know what I mean? Just valuing all life. Just like I said, people look. I kind of, okay. So my thought that I'm got to my head at this moment is kind of like, if I don't know you guys' personal situations. Like it's impossible for me to know on YouTube. So it's impossible for that. But in a situation where it's just, you're up. Let's say you're up. You got everything. Just remind yourself. Humble yourself. Like, not saying you can't be confident, but just make sure that you guys are not getting over to a point where you feel invincible or some of that, because God will punish. I'm sorry. God will humble you if he feels like you're getting too overboard. But one thing about this that I feel like is self-destructive is because if we get too caught up in up here, we tend to lose focus on the main objective to why we're even there in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I were to focus more on the followers or the likes or the shares, and I don't focus on the actual messages that I'm supposed to be giving, I tend to lose focus on that part, and then my videos, my quality of the messages tends to be just more about collecting views and all of that, which then drives this whole thing away. Just doesn't even make sense doing it, So I don't know if that makes sense to all you guys, but that's just me personally. That's just how I feel. I feel like just being humble, just kind of just focusing on the thing that you need to focus on. We have a snake that is climbing a refrigerator tree. Because of its thorns, the refrigerator tree is a dangerous challenge to the snake. Their ability to climb the tree is a model of persistence and perseverance. So earlier we spoke on persistent. You're never gonna always life. Listen, and look, this is a positive channel, whatever the case is, but I give very practical advice when it comes on to, you're gonna wake up sometimes and you're not gonna want to feel like getting out of bed. You're going to, and look, that sounds very cliche, but I mean, come on, like it's real. I mean, you're gonna go through things. I wouldn't say go through life expecting to be happy. I would just say go through life willing to take on the challenges if they do come. And that's a big if, So that's all I really gotta say for you guys. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Leahs, you guys learn to extend your heart. You guys are having situations where you're learning that life is sustainable, and you guys make sure you guys are sustaining what you guys have. You guys are understanding that times change for the good and for the bad, so just be prepared. You guys are in a situation where you're preparing for things to come. You guys are reflecting on your past to prepare for your future. You guys are committed and ready to put commitment behind the things that you enjoy doing. You guys are starting to possibly watch the company you keep. You guys are also being very abundant in the things that you get involved with. You guys are learning to change your attitude through different situations. You guys are learning to view and understand things that people tell you and be able to use that in practical situations. You guys are learning to be humbled, and you guys are also learning to have persistence throughout your journey. Let me know if it resonated, if it did, if it didn't. And thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next video. See y'all soon.